Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there's Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are in the future of Audi. We are in the 2024, see if I get all this right, Q8 e-tron S-Line Quattro all-wheel drive. Mouthful?
Mouthful.
And in this video, we're all loaded up. It's Thanksgiving. We're headed out to Thanksgiving number 2. We're going to tell you just how this vehicle works for us on a commute and as a family of 3. Stay tuned. All right, Holly, we've had this for not that very long. We are in between 2 Thanksgivings. We're very thankful today. Thankful to have this 2024 Audi Q8 e-tron S-Line Quattro Sportback, all the things. We'll just dive right into it. What are your thoughts on the exterior styling of this one?
I really like it.
Okay.
I'd probably choose a different color than white, but even with the white, I feel like it looks like a luxury car driving down
Very
it.
much does.
There's not a lot of curves, but more like some chisels, I guess you could say.
So the last 3 Audi vehicles that we've had have all been SUVs of the Sportback variety, which is their way of saying SUV coupe, which is what everybody else says. What are your thoughts to the back end with that kind of sloping, I'll get the word out, roof line back there instead of a boxy squared SUV booty?
So I was wondering if it was a coupe because of the booty, but I think it is a lot better than some of the droopy diapers that we've seen.
So
I really like the exterior of this car.
Okay. Moving inside, nice. What are your thoughts in here?
I like the inside of the car too. There's some things I don't like, but we'll start with the things I do like.
Okay.
But I like the different textures here mostly. I like what is this?
This is real wood.
Oh, this is real wood?
This is real wood. Yes. I mean, I can feel all the grain in it. Yeah. It's real wood.
Maybe it's the gray that's throwing me off. That kind of makes it look fake. Okay. I kind of changed my opinion now.
You can get different interior colors and trims, and I'll pull up on the window sticker exactly which wood trim this is while you go on about what your likes and dislikes are in here.
I mean, I did like the wood, but like I said, I don't know. I don't know. It looks fake now, so that changes my opinion a little bit. I don't like this material that's right here.
Yeah, and I don't like how close it feels to me because everything is so driver-centric. In order to angle this towards you, like this
you have like
is in my face.
Yeah.
And I'm like, get out my face.
Well, and that kind of brings me to one of the things that I don't like about driving this car, being a short person. Is it feels like there is so much up here that I have to look over. You know, we have a very steep hill in our driveway. It's a very steep hill. And I did not feel like I could get high enough to see over the dashboard and the hood.
Well, I can even barely see the hood from here. It's a very...
I mean, I literally used the cameras, which thank goodness the cameras are really great, but I literally drove blind just using the cameras
going up our hill
down our driveway. Yeah, like so that I didn't hit the flower beds. But I couldn't see them at all.
Interesting.
So I didn't like that aspect. I did not like
you're in it.
I'm in like a hole. And it's one of those cars that the roof is so short that to get up high enough to be able to see over the dashboard, my head's hitting the ceiling. Like, not now because I'm not in that position, but when I was driving down our driveway, and I don't like that either.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the steering wheel?
I wish it was a little bit smaller.
Okay.
Feels
kind of big.
Kind of big.
And it's not flat
kind of big
bottom.
and skinny.
I kind of wish for the S line, which is their sporty trim, that it would have a flat bottom steering wheel. But, what's the grip like on it?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's kind of thin.
So we will say, I'm sure it's going to come up multiple times in this review, we are also testing a 2023 Ram 1500 Limited Elite that is too very luxurious. And there's some things about that big, luxurious American pickup truck that this German luxury electric vehicle kind of feels like it falls a little short. And the comfort of the steering wheel was one for me, and I can't find a heated steering wheel button anywhere on this one.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll give a disclaimer. I haven't driven the truck, so my thoughts are my own.
Okay.
On this thin, too big steering wheel.
We don't have actual gauges, all digital screens everywhere in this thing. Thoughts?
I hate it. The technology is one of the things that I hate. I have had more problems hooking my phone up to the Apple CarPlay. One trip.
It's working fine now.
It's working fine now, but one trip it was loading my entire trip, and that is Apple CarPlay, Sirius, everything. Regular radio, it would not play anything. It was loading the whole time. And, you know, to me, like, I will admit I'm not like a tech person, but for a car to be good for everybody,
you got to be able to get in and go.
I need to be able to get in and it be intuitive for me to hook my phone up and go. You know, and listening to my holiday music if I'm in a very bad mood.
So I will say this is much like all the other Audi MMI systems that we've got. The interesting thing about it, CarPlay not so much, but any of the actual Audi screens, you like have to push
it really
and
hard.
It gives you haptic feedback.
Yeah.
Just tapping the screen doesn't work. Like you have to push it like you're pushing a button before you can actually.
That was the other thing I was going to say that I hated.
It does have Apple CarPlay. It is a very clear, crystal clear screen.
Is that the charger in there?
Little wireless charger right there with a little clip to hold it in place.
No.
We actually have two screens. Deux screens.
I don't like that.
Comfort screen. You liked it in the Grand Wagoneer, not so much a fan here in the Audi.
Maybe it's just because I'm in a bad mood with this technology. I still don't like the gear selector.
Yeah, funky gears. Just overall, I feel like they've tried to go futuristic when they needn't.
You lean too far.
Yeah, they really went into it. But we do have a palm rest here for all our comfort controls. You still get your knob and stuff for volume here, though it's kind of hidden. Wireless charger, a couple cup holders under a rolly shade.
Couldn't figure out how to open the cup holders.
Glove box is, my gosh. Like there's a giant shelf before you actually get to where the glove box is. Again, talking about how much there is up here, this dash feels like it is 20 miles long. So there's that. It feels very German in here, I will say that.
What does that mean?
It's just very matter of fact, like straight lines and
But I mean, for a luxury vehicle, that's kind of fun.
And I will say, I'm sitting a little closer than I would like to give Tucker some room back there for our family of three with him still in a car seat. He would have more room in a booster or just in the seat itself, but I feel like it's a little snug in here. Probably not so much for you.
No, I mean, I haven't had problems with like leg room, but like I said, the roof feels short.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it has a very nice sunroof.
And then the hatch.
So you don't feel like you're in a hole.
The hatch is very large, even with that sloping roof line.
Yeah.
Like the floor space back there is
massive.
Yeah, very ample. But all that ties in nicely. Why don't we go ahead and put Tucker's child safety seat in? both rearward facing and forward facing, to show you the differences and how much room that leaves me here. Then we'll talk about cargo in the back. Okay, installing Tucker's child safety seat back here. We're actually going to do it in both ways, both rear and forward facing. So I can already tell you this seat has got to go forward. Go ahead and do that. It is a power seat that does, as you can see, adjust backward as the door is opened. So I'm just going to slide this thing forward, and then we will adjust accordingly once we get that back seat in. But doors open wide enough that it's not that big of an issue. I'll go ahead and say here, we also have sunshades that do a great job of filling the entire window. But let's see what the car seat is like. This is Tucker's Graco Extend-to-Fit car seat that he did ride in when he was rearward facing. There we go. Wow. Not much room to go there, but yeah, this is how it would be. Let's see what room is for this front seat passenger in rearward facing configuration. See, that seat moves back just a little bit. That too is a problem with that tight space in between the rear facing child seat and this front seat, but we'll go ahead, pop in here. Let's see here. Yeah, I mean, it's not great. Definitely a bend in my knees to fit in here just like this. But again, it's going to move forward as soon as I close the door. Okay, that's not so bad. So, not great. Kids are only rearward facing for 2 to 3 years. So, I mean, better than our Jeep Cherokee for sure, but definitely not something I would want to do multiple years on. Full-size pickup trucks, which you could probably see way back there, we have a Ram 1500 that we're also testing. Those are the real winners in this category. Now, let's see what it's like forward facing. Okay, enough of that nonsense. Thank goodness for us and this car, Tucker is now forward facing. I will go ahead and call out down here, the lower latches are covered by plastic removable covers. The only thing I dislike about these is for long-term ownership, you've got to maintain the location of these for the entire time a car seat's in place. Whereas if they just kind of are hinged, you won't lose them. For us, I generally put them in a center console. That's not such a big deal. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the top tether behind the seat back here. You can see the seats are 60-40 split, but we do have a hard shelf back here in the back. So the easiest way to get this to the back is to lean the seat forward a little bit and get it in that way. Now I will go ahead, make sure his child seat is in the right position, give myself a little slack. Because those child seat anchors are so easily accessible without the plastic covers on them, very easy to latch into place. The ride height of the vehicle is pretty good. And with this seat all the way up like I had it for the rearward facing format, made for a lot of room in here to get around. That's really easy to tighten down. Now let's head around to the back, check out the cargo area after we get that top tether in place. Coming to the back of the Audi, we do have a power lift gate, which is nice, and quite a bit of space back here. So much like the SUV coupes we've seen from Genesis, from Mercedes-Benz, you get a lot of floor space back here, but because this is the Sportback and that raking roofline, you get just a little bit less overall space back here. But we've got to get that top tether in. You can see we're already running into issues of this hard parcel shelf. Turns out me folding that seat out, I didn't do as good a job. You can see we do have top tethers all the way across for all 3 seats, but we only have those lower latches for the outboard seats. I will note go ahead and show you here. This is going to be a two-hand operation to fully tighten this down. It is quite a reach for me as well, but the seat corner right here is hard enough that you are not going to be doing permanent damage to the seat by having a child seat safely in place. So many, especially luxury vehicles, go overstuffed with the padding here, and it feels like you're just absolutely destroying the leather or whatever seating material you have to tighten those down. But yes, two-handed operation there. You do have that 40-20-40 split, so you can fold down that center section if you needed some additional pass-through. That center section does ride with the passenger side, just of note there. We get a little bit of extra storage here with some power back behind there. It'd be great for putting a carton of eggs on either side without worrying about things rolling around and getting to them. Underneath here, let's see, there we go. We have a temporary spare. If that doesn't say temporary spare, I don't know what does. And get your subwoofer back here, and then some additional storage. I wouldn't anticipate lifting or lowering this for any additional storage. So really, this is just your extra storage. It is deep enough I could put my backpack no problem without worrying about it there. But otherwise, yes, generally you're going to be dealing with the storage from this right here. And this parcel shelf really doesn't do a whole lot. It doesn't fold out on you like some others from Mercedes-Benz, from Genesis. You just kind of have to pull in and pull and push it into place just like that. Otherwise, fairly nice. It is a two-piece system, so to continue to shield everything underneath here from prying eyes, you do have this fixed in place in the window, which, I don't know, it just seems like it overcomplicates things. I really like the Z-fold version in the Mercedes and the new Genesis GV80 Coupe. And to close it, power button right here. I will say, I'm 5'10". I mean, it's rather compact. It doesn't hang out very far over. So if you're trying to escape the rain loading stuff up, you're not going to get it here in the Sportback. I just want to show you just how far the reach is to get this in here. So yeah, again, I'm 5'10". This is a very far reach. In fact, to truly tighten it up, now that I've gotten it snug, I had to climb back here. So not the best. I would give it a B. This video is sponsored by Lectron EV chargers, which is the only way that we can review all these EVs that are delivered to us. We have their VBox 48 amp wall charger, and you can learn more about that down in the description below. You like the exterior, futuristic luxury. The inside, mostly good. Futuristic luxury, but questioning the dark gray wood and the overuse of tech. Any other thoughts while we're in here? I mean, we're both getting a massage right now, so that's nice.
Yeah, mine turned off. That's nice. You've got the two-person memory.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I do as well. Two-person memory,
both
passenger
on both
seat.
sides. Heated and ventilated seats on both sides.
That, you can actually do heat and ventilation at the same time. That must be a German thing.
It's always a win.
Because Mercedes does that as well. And they remember that you had them on if you turn the vehicle off and back on.
Which you love.
I do love that.
Some other things on the inside that I like is the window shades.
Yes.
Back here for the back seat.
So keep you cool back there in the back. You do have more climate controls back there in the back, on the back of the center console here. Yeah, all around fairly nice.
Yeah.
If you want to know more about this one, I do a little bit further deep dive into it. I actually climb in the back seat and show you space around and things like that. Inside here, drive it a little sportingly because there are multiple different drive modes in this. We haven't even talked about adjustable height suspension. This thing will raise up so you can go off-roading in it, or it'll drop down so you can ride very comfortably like we are right now in comfort mode. But talk about economy. So the window sticker says that the EPA rates this at 296 miles of range on a full charge.
Okay.
We have charged this twice at home to 100%, and never have we seen it above 250. So it's a little thirsty for electrons. And then I'm just gonna go over here. Let's see, hit some of these buttons somewhere in here. There's a view that I want to see. Oh, there we go. Consumption, short-term, long-term memory. We're averaging over just at 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour, which is not great, but we haven't driven this one a lot. It's been, I don't want to say idling, but we've been kind of sitting around, loading up groceries.
Yeah.
We've not done our normal driving in this one as of yet, but there is that 2.1 miles.
That is annoying.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm saying. That is
all the screens?
The screen, yes. Well, the fact that control is right here where your radio controls are, that's annoying.
So that brings us to the window sticker, I guess. Yeah. Unless you've got any more you need.
We didn't talk about driving impressions at all, honey.
Yeah. Okay.
You're skipping past it.
I've left you in comfort, which I know is where you like to be most of the time. Thoughts, impressions?
Well, I always like driving an electric vehicle.
As long as I turn off one pedal driving.
As long as you turn off one pedal driving. To me, you do kind of have to push the pedal a little bit harder than I would like to go from stop to going.
It's kind of like there's an auto hold.
Yeah, yeah. And it kind of connects with that auto hold, if that's what it is, a little sooner than I would want it to. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like trying to like roll up to a red light, and it's like,
yep, no,
nope, you will. You're stopping here, okay? So I don't like that, but once you get going, I really enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
the drive.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. EVs make wonderful luxury vehicles. Just the smooth power delivery. It's quick, but not fast. It's fun to drive. Again, I go into a little more details in my solo review, but for the most part, it does really well. It coasts. When you turn that one pedal off, it coasts extremely well. Like, granted, I was going downhill a little bit, going down Troop Highway in town, and I was expecting to slow down back to the speed limit because I realized I may have been going a little faster, and just letting off did not slow me down like I thought it would.
You certainly have to watch your speed in this one, but the head-up display helps with that.
Crystal
that
clear.
we didn't talk about. It's crystal clear.
Right. Any other thoughts?
That's it.
Care to guess the old price tag?
Probably more than I want to pay. Although I will say, of the Audis we've driven, we didn't talk about the creeks.
We'll talk about the creeks.
There's creeks.
Yeah. There's some creeks here and there.
I'm talking more about when you drive it.
Oh,
like
the brakes?
I guess it's the brakes. Is it the brakes?
Yeah.
Especially like if you're turning the steering wheel a lot. There's creeks.
Okay.
It's creaky.
Okay. Well, that brings us to the window sticker. Dare I ask what you anticipate the manufacturer suggested retail price?
$85.
No.
Higher?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was a stretch for me at 85.
What?
So,
92.
yes, 92,390. So, very good, very good. You can get this starting at 77,800, but we do have the black optics package, which is the black exterior accents and styling. The prestige package, which costs $10,000, adds a lot of luxury in here, like the massaging seats, things like that. So all the way told, $92,390 for this. And I'm guessing by your reaction already, we're giving this one back. Not happily, but we're not going to be longing for it the way we might some others.
I mean, I will say that I like the way it looks. I like the status, feeling, driving down the road. Which
Audi
is
definitely gives a premium vibe.
Premium vibe, for sure. But there's just some things that if I'm paying $92,000 for, like, I don't want it to creak.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want my radio to be loading my entire drive.
Yeah, yeah. And on that note, if you want to see more from Holly, some behind the scenes stuff, see her load all our Thanksgiving food into that Sportback, go find her on Facebook and Instagram.
I got the kick to open to work.
At Female Consumer. That's like a first.
I know.
You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, everything at GT Garage Talk. Or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. Tucker, do you have any thoughts on this car?
No.
And on that note, until next time, gearheads. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody ready?
I'm ready. I'm not ready. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Wait. Wait.
Let's go ahead, full stop, down on the accelerator all the way, and let go. And okay. Full on the brake, full on the accelerator, drop the brake and go. It'll push you back in your seat, that's for sure.